how to run comps and comparables to figure out what the property is worth, and then from there calculate your offer for wholesaling real estate. In this video for my free Wholesaling University, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to value a property so that way you can find the ARV, the after repair value, and then from there calculate your offer. So first off, what are comparables? What are comps? They are properties that are similar to your property that have sold in the past 6 to 12 months in a mile radius of your property. These are similar properties that are showing you what active sales are going for in the market, so that way you can figure out the value of the property that you're trying to make an offer on. Now, the ARV is what you need to find, which is the after repair value. That's going to be properties that are fully remodeled, that are similar to your property in the area, that are selling for the most amount of money. That way you can figure out, okay, our property we're trying to make an offer on needs a lot of work, but it can be worth this much if the work is done to it. So let me calculate how much repairs it needs, my assignment fee, all that, minus that all out from the ARV, and that's going to equal your MAO, your maximum allowed offer to make the seller. So it's a very important skill to know how to run comps to figure out what the property is worth, so from there you can calculate your offer. Now, to do this, to find these comps, we use a software that gives us nationwide access to all the sale data across the country, and that is called PropStream. PropStream is an all-in-one real estate investor tool that lets you do many things. It lets you search up any property across the country, and it's going to give you all the information about that property. But it also lets you conduct marketing, pull motivated seller lists, do direct mail, build websites, and so much more. So guys, I highly recommend that you sign up for PropStream and get a 7-day free trial. There's going to be a link down below for a 7-day free trial of PropStream. It's used for a lot more than just running comps, but it's a necessity to have it for running comps in your wholesaling business. So make sure to get that 7-day free trial. But let's jump into PropStream and let me show you what it looks like. So in PropStream, like I said, you're able to filter and pull motivated seller lists for vacant properties, absentee owners, death, divorce list, lien properties, tax delinquent, code violations. You can pull all these different motivated seller lists in here and market to them. But you're also able to search up any property across the country and go ahead and run comps on that property. So if I pull up this property and I go ahead and click on the details, I'm going to get all the information about the property. I'm going to get the owner's information, I'm going to get the property lot size and living square footage, the year build, county information, the length of ownership. I'm going to have the property characteristics, what material is the property built out of, what type of cooling and heating does it have, all the county information, the legal description, the tax information, HOA information, the last sale information, so I know how much they bought it for, the mortgage and transaction history. Literally every single piece of information you could want to know about the property is now at your fingertips by using PropStream. This is going to be super valuable because when dealing with homeowners and when you have them on the phone, you want to sound like a real estate expert. And the only way to sound like a real estate expert is if you have all the information at your fingertips, so that way you can sound like you're knowledgeable. We also get an estimated value up here, but now let's get into what the video mainly is about, which is running comps. And that's going to be done in this comparables and nearby listings tab. I also want to mention that there is a linked properties section. If the seller owns more than one property, it's going to show up here. And you can always say, hey, I see you own another property. Would you like me to make you an offer for that one as well? So using PropStream's linked properties feature, you can make them offers on more properties than just the one you're talking to them about. Next, though, let's talk about the comparables, how to run the comparables and how to figure out what the property is worth. Now, this estimated value and like Zillow estimated values are not always so accurate, right? It's just an algorithm that runs. It's not based on actual sales. So 275 might not be accurate. So that's why it's important to run actual comps. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at properties that are plus or minus 20% in size, in square footage size, in living square footage and lot square footage size. These are the appraisal standards that make a comparable property. The properties that are comparables are 20% bigger and smaller. They are the same bed and bath count, and they're in a half-mile to mile radius, and they've sold within the past 12 months. So I'm going to go ahead, since we have a lot of comps right here, I'm going to go ahead and just look at like 6 months. And then I'm going to go ahead and make sure we're going for the same bed and bath count. I think it's a 3-2, so we're going to do max 3, max 2, and then we want it to be around the same year build. So our year build is 1960, so the max we'd want to be is like 1980. on the year build, so we're getting properties that are actually similar to ours. And now we're going to go ahead and look at what's sold. And it looks like stuff's selling for between 200 up to a little bit over 300. So I assume the ones that are selling for 300 have been fully remodeled. And so that would help us identify our ARV. This one doesn't have pictures. Let me go find this 282. See if there's pictures of this 282. We're trying to identify our ARV right now. 282, and it looks like it's remodeled. Yeah, as we can see, it's not fully remodeled, but it's in good shape. So this is probably not ARV though, because the kitchen's outdated still. So there's probably some sales that have gone for a little bit higher. There's a 325 right here. Let's see if this one's fully redone. This one's in good shape, but it's semi-outdated, but it's in really good shape. But it's not, I wouldn't say it's an ARV comparable. Let's go ahead and look at this 325. So this one is clean again, but not fully remodeled. So considering stuff that's in really good shape is selling for 325, if there was a full remodel done on it, we could probably get higher than 325, I'm assuming. Let's see what's active and pending right now. Also, it's highly important to look at what's actively up for sale and actively pending on the market in order to get a good idea. So this one's pending, or it's up for sale for $325, and this one's more fully remodeled. It has a modern kitchen, new cabinets, new flooring. This one's a full remodel, and it's up for sale for $325. So it looks like that's going to be our ARV because actives are not going for more than $325 fully remodeled. So that being said, if our property needs work, we got to take $325 minus out the work it needs, minus out the investor's profit, how much the investor we sell the deal to is going to want to make, minus out our assignment fee, and minus out 7% in closing costs, and that's going to equal our MAO. So the MAO formula is ARV. You run your comps to find the ARV. You minus out investor's profit percentage, which is about 10 to 15% of the ARV. You minus out 7% in closing costs and commissions, which is 7% of the ARV. You minus out your assignment fee, how much you want to make on the deal. You want to try to make at least $15,000 on the deal. And you minus out repairs, how much repairs the property is going to need. In order to get the repair cost, if it needs barely any repairs, you can do the square footage times $5, and that will give you the repair cost. If it needs a decent amount of repairs, do the square footage times $15. So $891 times $15 will give you the repair cost. And if it needs like a full remodel, do $25 times the square footage to get the remodel cost. And then so minus your remodel cost out of the ARV that you found running comparables, and that's going to equal your MAO to make the seller. In the next video in the free Wholesaling University, I'm going to show you the offer calculator that you can use to run all those calculations for you in order to make it super easy to make the seller offers. But that is exactly how to run comparables. It's highly important to look at sales and also to look at active and pendings in the area. You can also take into consideration the estimated values, the Realtor.com estimate, and the Zillow's estimate. But remember, those aren't always accurate. See? 226, but we found that actual sales are going for 325. So those aren't always accurate, but they can be helpful to look at. So that is how to run comparables, and those are the appraisal standards of what identifies a property as a comparable. It needs to be within a mile radius and sold in the past 12 months and have similar square footage and similar bed bath count as your property and similar year build. And that is what a comparable is. I hope this video was helpful to show you how to run comparables and what the formula is to calculate an offer to make the seller. On to the next video. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you click the link down below and enroll in the full free university so that way you can access the rest of the free training videos. And if you'd like to upgrade to the complete Wholesaling University, it's only $297 and you're going to get access to over 40 more videos than what's inside the free Wholesaling University. This complete Wholesaling University goes over everything you need to know from start to finish on how to get your first deal and then to scale the business all the way up to doing $1 million every single year. Look what's inside. All of these educational videos on every single part of the business. So that being said, if you'd like to upgrade to the complete Wholesaling University, it's only $297, but if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link down below and at least enroll in the full free Wholesaling University so that way you can access the rest of the free training videos. I look forward to seeing you inside the program because you're going to also be able to network in the community with all the other students. I look forward to seeing you inside.